William looked at the text message notification of the $1 million deposit, his face filled with shock. Could my mother be telling the truth? William suddenly became excited, but he remained rational. He thought to himself, I'll know if I check at an ATM. William quickly rushed to the nearest bank, inserted his bank card into the ATM machine after arriving, and after a brief inquiry, he indeed saw the balance in his account on the screen. $1,000,531, $18. There really is $1 million more in my account. William still found it hard to believe. He started withdrawing cash from the ATM machine to verify that the extra $1 million was indeed real. The ATM machine had a maximum withdrawal limit of $5,000 per transaction. In order to confirm the existence of the extra $1 million in his account, William withdrew $5,000 directly. When he saw the $5,000 actually being dispensed by the ATM machine, William became ecstatic. He then proceeded to withdraw 3 more times, successfully withdrawing a total of $20,000. Holding this real $20,000 in his hand, William started to believe his mother's words a little. It's actually true. William immediately took out his phone and excitedly called his mother. The call connected quickly. Mom, when did we become so wealthy? Did you sell the house or something? Has the land and house at home been sold? William still couldn't believe it. His parents were able to come up with so much money. Silly child. Our family is, in fact, very wealthy. Your grandfather is the heir of a world-class conglomerate, and your father's company is among the top 50 in the world. So, our family is truly affluent. The voice of his mother left William completely stunned. His grandfather was the heir of a world-class conglomerate, and his father was a prominent figure in one of the top 50 companies globally. Meanwhile, William, the only descendant of 3 generations, was just a poor man struggling to pay rent and being scorned by his girlfriend. The gap was just too vast. Mom, please don't scare me. Are you sure everything you said is true? William still found it hard to believe that his father and grandfather were this influential. It's all true. Your grandfather and father wanted to avoid spoiling you, so they kept it a secret from you since childhood. Now that you've grown up, it's time to tell you the truth. This has always been the rule for grooming the next generation in our family, just like how your father went through it in the past. While William was overjoyed to hear his mother's words, he was also speechless. He thought to himself, I almost jumped into the river. If you still don't believe it, you can go find Anthony from the Power Group. He is in charge of the New York branch and will be your personal assistant in the future. And you also have a famous fiancée in New York named Sophia Smith. Before his mother could finish her words, William was once again shocked. The manager of the Power Group in New York was actually going to be his personal assistant, and his fiancée was a famous superstar from the supergroup, Sophia. These 2 pieces of news bombarded William's ears like explosives, leaving him both astonished and thrilled. He exclaimed, Oh my, I never knew my background was this impressive. William once thought he was dreaming, so he pinched his face hard. It hurt, confirming that all of this was real, and he truly was a super-rich second generation, but clearly it wasn't over yet. His mother's voice came through the phone again. I've sent you a black gold SWIP card. It's guaranteed by your grandfather's conglomerate, accepted by banks worldwide. Just swipe this card when you need money and there's no spending limit. However, it requires fingerprint authentication. When William heard that the black gold SWIP card had an unlimited spending limit, his heart suddenly raced. This was beyond wealthy. Mom, I'll hang up now. Let me think it through. After hanging up the phone, William's emotions remained high. Suddenly transforming from a poor person to a super-rich second generation would take time to sink in. I'm actually a super-rich second generation. Now, no one can look down on me. William smiled slightly, a newfound confidence emerging. Compared to Sophia, Madison is like a sparrow on the ground. Thinking of this, William became enlightened. He no longer cared about the heartbreak. Oh, by the way, It seems that my mom sent the black gold SWIP card to the rental address. I need to go and get it back, William thought, feeling a sense of urgency. He had previously angrily asked the landlady to throw his things out, but if the black gold SWIP card was thrown away, it would be disastrous. After hailing a taxi by the roadside, he quickly returned to the rental apartment, Stone Apartment, room 411 on the 4th floor. This was the apartment William used to rent with his ex-girlfriend, Madison. When William returned to the apartment, he noticed that the luggage hadn't been thrown out in the corridor. He breathed a sigh of relief. It seemed that the landlady wasn't that heartless. However, he soon realized that he was mistaken. Just as he was about to reach the door, a woman in flashy clothing walked out of the room he rented. William recognized her immediately. It was the landlady who rented him the house. When the landlady saw William, she also saw him. She smirked and said, "You're lucky this time. Your girlfriend found a wealthy man who paid the rent for you. Your belongings are all inside. Hold on, who paid my rent?" William furrowed his brow slightly and said coldly,